When I moved in, Princess Margaret said, "We'll see each other now and again." But in fact, we spent a lot of time together. If we were both in the house, we would eat together. When I got back from an evening out, I'd be tired and would want to go to bed. But Princess Margaret always stayed up late and loved to hold conversations that would last for hours. I would creep through the door and along the corridor as quietly as I could. And then I would hear her call out, "Anne, is that you?" "Yes, ma'am," I would reply. "Hello, come and see me, come and have a nightcap." So there I'd be for another few hours. I was used to this, having spent so much time with her at Glen and on Mustique. But normally, everybody would take turns to sit up with her. Sometimes I'd stay only briefly before saying, "Do you mind? I must go to bed now." One day she came and found me in the house and asked whether I would like to go with her to Washington, D.C. to see the Royal Ballet perform. The ballet was her greatest passion, although, secretly, I'd always wished she had loved the opera, which was mine. But I was still thrilled and accepted at once. Over the years, we went to Washington to watch the ballet 3 times, and each time we also visited the White House. Twice when Ronald Reagan was in office, and once when George Bush Sr. was president. My experiences of the 2 presidents and their first ladies were mixed. Unlike Nancy Reagan, Barbara Bush was absolutely lovely and completely welcoming, taking a genuine interest in including me in whatever was going on. She was relaxed and rather fun, holding good conversations and making everybody feel at ease. Nancy Reagan was the opposite. When we arrived at the White House, we all made our way to the lift that goes to the private apartments. Before I'd even got my foot in the door, Nancy Reagan said, "Oh no, Lady Glenconner, not you. Miss Brown will take you down to see the present room." Princess Margaret looked rather worried, not wanting me to go. The whole point of her having a lady-in-waiting was that she had someone from her own household with her at all times, and she mouthed, "Help," as the lift doors closed, but there was nothing either of us could do. I'd been looking forward to seeing the Oval Office, and was conscious that Princess Margaret wanted me to be with her. But soon enough I was disappearing into a huge basement room to see all the presents to the President instead. Eventually, Miss Brown reunited me with Princess Margaret, who looked very glad when I reappeared. Returning to the White House a month later, I dreaded being sent off to the present room once more. But this time, before I'd even stepped inside, I had to deal with an unexpected case of mistaken identity. As I got out of the car, President Reagan was expecting Princess Margaret to get out of that side, mistook me for her and taking hold of my arm said, "Hello, little lady." As Princess Margaret and I looked nothing alike, I was very surprised and immediately tried to correct him, but he wasn't having it. As he walked me off, I could see Princess Margaret and Nancy Reagan looking livid, although I'm not sure who they were cross with, me or him. I managed to untangle myself, ushering Princess Margaret forward.